It's
I just hit it, James. I just hit it. I
perfect,
don't know
perfect.
why.
I made no because I actually made you the host, so that's
Oh, okay.
perfect.
Okay.
All right, welcome everyone. I am so extremely excited tonight. I've got a very special guest to introduce, but also I just want to take a moment and say that I am extremely proud and honored to be able to present to each and every one of you. You know, the fact that you're taking time out of your personal time tonight to invest in yourself, to invest in your business, to invest in some of the strategies we've been teaching, and to really now take that next step into really investing into your mind. And I know I'm probably going to get this quote wrong, but Dr. Erin, one of her quotes is, your next step might not be up, it might actually be in, and that the only thing standing between you and success is the relationship with your mind. And I'll let her actually correct me on that when she starts speaking. But I just wanted to take a moment and say, hey, I'm very proud of all of you for investing some time in yourself. Just to introduce myself for those of you who may not have met me yet, I'm James Penny. I have been in the franchising business for decades and decades. I've built national and international franchise companies. And I love the business because I got to help a lot of people build a business and make a lot of money, and that's really near and dear to my heart. But on one side of the coin, I've also had really just kind of a sadness and maybe even felt a little unaccomplished in what I was doing, because when I got into franchising, I was really hoping to help who I call my people. And just to explain, I grew up in a very poor family. There was 10 of us kids. Dad worked 80 hours a week as a mechanic just to try to take care of us. We were wearing blue jeans with patches and holes in them before blue jeans with patches and holes were cool. Now they're cool. They weren't cool back then. And it was tough. We had a good life, family life, but it was really tough financially. And fortunately, because God was so good to me, I was able to work my way up, scratch and claw, and work a lot of hours and build myself up to where I could finally start my own business. And as part of that, I got into franchising. And I was so excited because I wanted to help my people, but I really couldn't help my people because in franchising, it takes hundreds of thousands of dollars, sometimes millions of dollars to start and run a franchise. People can't even get their money back for 10, 15, 20 years, let alone make a profit. And I just, my people couldn't do that. And that's one of the reasons why I call this opportunity, Live Good, the great equalizer. The great equalizer, because anyone with a pulse can do this business. Even I think without the training and support and things that I'm trying to do and Dr. Aaron's trying to do, Dr. Breakthrough and other great people in this business, what they're trying to do, I still believe they could be successful. What we're wanting to do is give you that next level up, or as Dr. Aaron says, it might be that next level in. And so that's one of the reasons I'm so passionate about this business. I'm going to give you a little hint about the free gift tonight. It's going to involve free leads for you to follow up with. And I'm going to provide you with some scripts that are different than the scripts I've already provided you to help you follow up with these free leads. And these free leads that I'm going to give you are people who have looked at buying a franchise. These are people who have gone out, searched the internet, looking to buy a franchise. They put their information in, they've submitted it, said, give me more information about a franchise. One of the things I love about these leads is these are people who thought they needed to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars or more to start a business. And when they see Live Good, it just kind of blows their mind, because they get a franchise-like opportunity with multiple websites, training, back office system, everything they need to build a business. The only thing that's missing from what Live Good offers and what a franchise offers is the massive franchise fee that people have to pay. And I'm going to tell you, I've got a certain number. Anybody who is actually attending tonight will get some free leads, and I'll tell you more at the end, a couple steps that you can take to get even more free leads in the business. And so with that, I'm going to, with great pleasure, introduce Dr. Erin Oksol. Dr. Erin is known as the success psychologist. She is an award-winning international speaker and trainer. She's a high performance expert, and she's 7 times has been the #1 best-selling author. She has been awarded Nevada's Professional Saleswoman of the Year. She's worked with massive companies like Facebook and Microsoft. And I want you to think about that just for a minute. Dr. Erin has worked with massive companies like Facebook and Microsoft, yet she is kind enough to take her time to come here tonight and help coach and help lift you up in your personal life and in your business. To me, that means a lot to me. That tells me a lot about the kind of person that she is. Dr. Erin has also been named one of the 125 global leaders, and that was by Success Magazine. I mean, wow, that's just like of all the speakers out in the world, she's one of the out of 125 leaders to follow based on Success Magazine. She's also, her and her husband has been in network marketing for over 10 years. In their prior business, they were over 6-figure income earners, very highly successful. And just in 90 days in Live Good, they've already promoted to the platinum level and have over 1,600 people in her business. Now, I don't know about you, but I know about me, and I'm going to put this in the chat. I want y'all to drop in the chat. How many of y'all would like to be able to get 1,600 new members in the next 90 days in the business? If that's you, drop me a #1 in the chat box that yes, you want to be one of those people. And also, Dr. Erin lives in Reno, Nevada with her husband, Garth. And by the way, it's not Garth Brooks. I already clarified that, but she thinks that he's much more handsome and even a greater person than Garth Brooks. And that's saying a lot. They also have 3 children. So Dr. Erin, it looks like a lot of people are in alignment with us. I see a lot of ones popping into that chat box. And so with no further ado, I am going to turn the meeting over to you. Thank you for being here tonight.
Oh my goodness. Thank you, James. It's been so wonderful to get to know you, and I can't wait to continue to get to know you and learn from you and grow with you. I love the generosity that you have. I love your heart. Oh, thank you, Shannon. Garth is amazing too. Hi, Tina. Hi, Jim. Hi, Darla. Hi, Pedro. I can see your faces. Darla has a nice glass of wine. She's got her fall sweater on. She's ready. Okay. It is such an honor for me to be with our Live Good family. I love Live Good. I love being in Live Good. We've been here for about 5 months, and it has been so much fun. And I hope that you've experienced it that way too. I've got a lot that I want to share with you tonight. So I want you to grab your success journals or a piece of paper or a notebook. Show me that you have them, because you're gonna, yes, Jim, yes, Darla, yes. Oh, you're good students. Okay, all right. I want to set this up this way. Yes, James had shared that he shared some strategies last time. So we really want to focus on the mindset to do all the things that we know that we can do to be successful, okay? But I want you to understand how I think about mindset. And I'm a psychologist, okay? So I have some strong thoughts about this. I think your brain can be your greatest business partner, or it can be the most dangerous neighborhood to hang out in, right? Your brain can be your best friend, your greatest cheerleader, or it can be your greatest bully, right? I always say businesses are won or lost in the 6 inches between your ears, meaning mindset is everything. There's even a universal law that says, if you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. This idea that we can create all that we desire based on our thoughts. And whether or not you believe that, that's okay. But I do know that everything you've ever wanted is on the other side of having a healthy relationship with your brain. Okay. So I want you to understand that if you want to be successful and live good, we're going to need you to have the confidence to bet on yourself, the discipline to be the person that does what they say they're going to do, the fortitude to be faithful to your dream, the energy to be generous with your enthusiasm, right? The ability to talk back at your self-sabotage. So tonight I want to teach you 40 years of research in a 4-step system that's simple, that you can use for the rest of your life to deal with any limiting or negative thought you have. That's a big promise, but I'm going to share it with you. And I'm going to offer someone who wants to have some hot seat coaching to be coached by me right here on the Zoom call. So when the time is right, you will raise your hand and we can do that and it'll be wonderful. Okay. But let me set it up this way. I didn't always have success in this industry. If you've heard my story, it goes like this very, very quickly. We joined Live Good 5 months ago. About 6 months ago, I had quit the industry. Yes, I had made 6 figures in our last company, but we had been in about 7 other companies where I had never seen a paycheck over $200. And I would cry myself to sleep more nights than I care to even remember. Okay. And about 6 months ago, I was having one of my days where I was crying about network marketing. And I was on the walk with my daughter, Grace, and she was begging me to quit because she had seen me suffer so much. And she looked at me and she said, "Mom, don't you think if it worked, it would have worked by now?" And I said, "Yeah." And that's when I quit network marketing. And about a month later, Johnny Demos sent me the 5-minute tour and we signed up that day and the rest is history. That took an interesting specific mindset, didn't it? When I saw the Live Good tour, I'm a business coach. I understand business. When I saw the Live Good tour, I knew there is no way that this will not be the most successful thing. Like, it's inevitable. It just is what it is because business is just science. Business is business every time. And when you see something that has everything that a strong business would have, you just say, oh my gosh. So if you don't have that understanding or belief about Live Good, go and build that up for yourself. Because the day we joined Live Good, I said, okay, so what's the top rank? Okay, at the time it was diamond. I'm like, okay, so I'll be a diamond. I'm not a diamond yet, but it's inevitable that I will be a diamond. That mindset that if I do the things that a diamond does, it's inevitable for me to be a diamond is the mindset I want you to adopt. If you eat healthy and move your body in such a way where you can be fit, it's inevitable that you will be fit. Do you see? It's inevitable. Understand this concept before we dive in, that everything you see in your physical reality is a result of who you were in the past, not who you are right now. So it's a result of a thought that you had in the past, because the thing in physical form, that's the last piece of it to appear. So if I'm sitting in this house, that's the last piece of the progression of someone said, I want to develop a bunch of houses here in Reno, Nevada. Okay, let's go develop those. Let's build them. I'm going to assemble a team and you're going to build. And then Garth and I had to say, well, we would like to buy a house. And then we shopped around for houses. And then we said, we would like that house. And then we had to go find a lender, and you get the picture, right? The house is the last piece of it to appear. When it is announced that Dr. Erin is a diamond, that will be the last thing that appears that was started by my thought. I am a future diamond. You see? So I just think that's such incredibly good news, okay? That's how powerful it is. Okay, so we've got a quandary. I want you to think of what is the definition of an entrepreneur? The definition of an entrepreneur is somewhere along the lines of we're going to create new things for the rest of our life. Like we're just going to create something that we have not created before. We are bringing something new to the table. We are building LIVEGOOD. Months ago, none of us knew about LIVEGOOD because LIVEGOOD did not exist, right? So let me tell you about our brains and the quandary we have with this. Our brain's job is to organize data to make the world kind of safe and predictable. So we're organizing data, we're rank ordering, we're judging, we're doing all that. But our brain's job also is to protect us from looking like a fool, to protect us from losing our money, to protect us from being rejected, to protect us from the disapproval of others, to protect us from failure. So if on the one hand, you've got, well, the definition of an entrepreneur is to create something I've never created before. And then you've got your brain saying, we don't know how that's going to go. We don't know. We've never done this before. Then we've got to be sure that we understand how to mind our minds, how to mind our own business. Okay. So I want you all to think of what is one thought that you are thinking currently in your life around your LIVEGOOD business that might be limiting or a nuisance, or you just wish would go away, a fear that you have. For most of us, we fear rejection, failure, all those things. But actually, research shows more than that. We fear massive failure, which is a whole nother Oprah show. Okay, that is so fascinating, right? If you're willing to share it in the chat room, share your fear or a negative thought. Oh, thank you, Tina. Why don't my team members see the same vision? Yes. Okay. The brain's job is to alert us and say, pay attention. We do not want to fail. We do not want all these bad things to happen. Okay. So we're going to do 4 steps with this thought. And I want you to walk yourself through these 4 steps. So get your first thought in mind. So if you have imposter syndrome, thank you for sharing that, Shannon. I want you to think of and write down what the thought is. I feel like, and then put, okay, I fear that other people might think I'm a failure. That might be yours, Lisa, something along those lines, okay? But grab your thought and put it down on a piece of paper because we're going to do things with it. Okay. So I'll never find anyone that, oh, that's a good one, Roxana. Okay. I'm going to go with that one, Roxana. Okay. So you all go with your own thought. I'm going to use Roxana's just as what we're going to play with here. Okay. The first step that I want you to do, step 1, is observe the thought. Now, the reason I'm having you observe the thought is because we've got to get some distance from the thought. We've got to be the observer of the thought. You are not your thought. You are the observer of the thought. You are not your thought. You are the observer of your thought. So this step allows you to observe it, which will then allow you to manipulate it and have a different relationship with it. So I like to pretend that I'm a newscaster and I'm newscasting. I'm sharing the inner workings of Dr. Erin's brain. And it goes like this, and you fill in your thought. She's having the thought that she'll never find anyone that wants this bad enough. Oh, she's having the thought again. She's just worried no one will want this bad enough. Okay, so you're just observing your thought. I'm having the thought that. Got it? I'm having the thought that. Okay, second step. Validate the thought. And it goes like this. You're filling in this sentence. It makes perfect sense. I'm having this thought because. So write that down. It makes perfect sense. I'm having this thought because. So Roxana, I'm just going to imagine this might be how she might fill in that sentence. I'm having the thought that I'll never find anyone who wants this bad enough to do the work. It makes perfect sense I'm having this thought because I really want this to work. And I know that in order for it to work, I'm going to need some people. I'm going to need a team. Makes perfect sense I'm having this fear because I really want this to work. And this requires a team. Do you see how different already this strategy is from the toxic positivity that we're taught in our culture? Many of you have been taught, do not think negative thoughts. And if a negative thought comes in your mind, you just cancel, delete. Who has tried that? That does not work. Okay. Because by the way, not all of your thoughts are chosen and not all of your thoughts are true. You do not have power necessarily over your first thought, but you have power over your second thought. That's really, really interesting. I'll show you an example and then we'll get back to our strategy. What's the first thing you think of when I say the word black cat? Okay, you didn't have necessarily control over that, right? You all thought of something, okay? So your first thought is not necessarily of your own volition. But you can say, I just had a thought that black cats are bad luck, but I know my friend Sally has this black cat named, whatever, Batty, and he's adorable and he doesn't seem like bad luck. Like you're able to look at what you think about that. Okay. So if it's true that not all of our thoughts are of our own volition or are even true, we don't need to say, no, I can't have this thought. You're having the thought. And it makes perfect sense you're having the thought. The third step, this is where you're going to say, you're a little crazy, Dr. Erin. I want you to thank your brain for the thought. Third step, thank you, brain. And this is what I mean. I want you to thank your brain for trying to protect you or trying to alert you that potential failure or rejection is up ahead. So you're actually going to give your brain a little bit of kudos, a little bit of compassion, a little bit of thanks for trying to protect me. I see what you're doing there. You're doing a great job trying to protect me. You're doing a great job being a brain. That's what brains do. Great job, brain. And the fourth and last step is where we pivot. And I call the fourth step the power of the pivot. But this also could be viewed as, and you make a new choice, or you make an empowered choice, or you say something like, but things have changed and I have this now, and so things are different. Okay. Oh, Roxana, that's so great. This is great for my recovery too. Yes. Okay. So I'll give you an example. We'll go back to Roxana's. Okay. I'm having the thought that I'm never going to find anyone that wants this. Oh, it makes perfect sense. I'm having the thought because I want this. And in order to be successful here, I need a team. So that's going to be not good if I don't have anyone. Thank you, brain, for trying to protect me by alerting me that I'm going to need these people to want this. Thank you for alerting me. That's information. Thank you. Okay. And then she's going to pivot and she's going to claim what is truth or what she desires to believe. And maybe that is, you know what? I'm not the only Roxana in the world that's going to think Live Good's cool. I've got lots of evidence that 800,000 people think Live Good is awesome. Of course, I'll find someone else that wants this. I am not presumptuous enough to believe I'm the only human on the planet that is going to want to work Live Good, right? And so I will go forth and share this and find the people who want this just like I did. Maybe Roxana will say, yes, I will find lots of people that don't want this, and I will find people that do. And my job is just to find them. I'm a professional sorter. I'm a sorter. I'm a talent scout. I'm just looking for people who are looking for me. So you observe the thought, you validate it, makes perfect sense. You thank your brain, thank you for trying to keep me safe, but I'm okay. And you pivot and you choose something else. Because here's the thing. What we know in psychology is whatever you resist persists. If you don't think it's, if you can't figure out how to tolerate these negative thoughts and how to maneuver them differently, they're going to keep coming around even more. So it's like we're living in opposite land. It's like you're saying, come in, negative thought. What are you here to tell me? Okay, got it. Got the message. Okay, sit down. Okay, got it. You're terrified you're going to fail again. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. And here we go. That's what I had to do when I said yes to Live Good, right? I had to say, okay, I have technically 9 companies I have failed. Okay. Is it possible that number 10 could be the success? Yes. Yes, it is. And based on my data and my understanding of business, it will be. But how smart of my brain to be like, excuse me, you've invested thousands of dollars into growing these businesses. You've lost the respect of your family. Okay. Your children are like, please, will you quit? So you'll stop crying all the time. Like, please. And so you have to learn how to pivot if you're going to pivot. And you've all decided to pivot because you're here. I describe this as moving from the land of probability to the land of possibility. So the brain loves and is wired to live in the land of probability. Probability is the data so far suggests. Pay attention, Erin, you have never been successful in these companies before, or whatever, these things have never worked for you. That's data. That's probability. And what we need to be entrepreneurs and to create something we've never created before, which is what we're all doing here, is we need possibility. It's the only thing we need. And so we can tell our brain, thank you for giving me the probability statistics. I'm living in the land of possibility. So if it's possible, which it is, we already have the data to prove it now. The only person that didn't have the data to prove it was Talbot Miller, our number 1 person, right? He truly had to live in the land of possibility. We don't really even have to live in the land of possibility anymore because we've got the land of probability that says 30% of people that watch the tour enroll, 96% of people that join stay, like 800,000 people in 8 months, faster than Amazon's ever grown. We have the data. So it's insane to even think that it wouldn't work because it's already working. Okay. So this is what we're doing with our mindset. This is where we are in control of our mind instead of our brains telling us what we're going to do all day long, right? Is moving from probability to possibility. So if anyone would like live coaching right now, raise your hand and we're going to walk through your 4 steps. Jim, unmute, Jim. Can you unmute? Ask to unmute. Okay, I asked you to unmute.
Here we go.
Okay, great. Okay. Hi, Jim. Everyone give Jim a round of applause.
Hello.
For being brave and for going. Okay, you're so great. Do you trust me, Jim?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, so let me walk you through this. So what is one of your negative beliefs?
That people will think I'm a failure and I'm never going to be able to do this.
Which one would you like to choose? People will think I'm a failure?
that I'm not going to ever be able to do this.
Okay, you're touching something, Jim, and we can't hear you. Okay, I'm never going to be able to do this.
Right.
Okay, and by that, what do you mean? What's the this?
Because I've never done this type of business before.
Do you
And
mean
this
I'll
is
never
it.
build a team and make money?
Right.
Okay, okay. Okay, just so we all know, I'm never going to be able to do this. Okay, so fill in this sentence. I'm having the thought that.
I'm having the thought that I can't do this.
Yes, I'm never going to be able to do this. Good, good. Okay.
Right.
Step 2, fill in this sentence. It makes perfect sense. I'm having the thought that I'm not going to be able to do this because.
I've never done this before.
Exactly. Okay, good, good. Thank you, brain, for trying to protect me from
Failure.
And now we're going to pivot. You're doing awesome, Jim. You're nailing it. Now, what's your pivot, Jim? What's your pivot statement?
I don't.
What, friend? You don't know?
I don't know what the statement would be.
Okay, you're breaking up. I'm thinking you're saying, I don't know what that should be.
Right.
Okay, so
Yes.
let's try some on and see which ones land for you. How about I'm a man that's capable of figuring things out?
I am. I'm a man that's capable of figuring things out.
I am a good student and a good learner.
I am a good student and a good learner.
This is not rocket science and I can learn how to do this.
This is not rocket science and I can figure out how to do this.
I am capable of growing my skill set.
I am capable of growing my skill set.
Do those feel true for you, Jim?
I have to learn them.
Do those
Yes.
statements feel true for you? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just have to keep reminding myself of it.
Yep. Yep. So this is your 4 steps you're going to do every day on these negative thoughts. We're all going to be doing them with you because we all have them. Okay. Of course you're terrified of failing at this and not figuring it out because you've never done it and you don't know what you're doing or you've never had success. Of course. Okay. Thank you, Jim.
You're welcome.
Thank you, friend. Nancy, did you want to go? You raised your hand?
Yep.
Okay, great. What's your negative thought?
Well, for me, it would be imposter syndrome because one, I haven't really been a network marketer before.
Okay.
And I had struggled when Timbo said, you not only get in Live Good has to get in you.
Yeah.
Live Good hasn't really gotten in me. I understand it. I see the vision. I saw the potential. That's why I signed up right away. However,
Nancy, work with me here. What's the thought? I'm having the thought that
I may be incongruent with when I say, oh, this is great, when I haven't really achieved much with it yet. You know what I mean?
Okay, so
like, that's where I feel like an imposter. Like with what I do, I'm awesome with it and I know it. But with this.
Is this accurate, Nancy? I'm having the thought that I'm not sure I even really believe this.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm having the thought that I'm not sure I really believe this is as great as everyone else says. Okay. Right. Okay, great. So that's step 1. Great. Now fill in this. It makes perfect sense. I'm having this thought because.
It makes perfect sense. I'm having this thought because when I signed up, I was signed up under false pretenses.
So maybe it makes perfect sense you're having this thought because you don't feel it in your bones yet, like you've heard other people feel it.
Exactly.
Okay, makes perfect sense because I don't feel it. And actually, I have some doubts.
It makes perfect sense because
Okay.
I don't feel it, and actually I have some doubts.
Oh, good job, Nancy. Okay. Thank you, brain, for trying to protect me.
Thank you, brain, for trying to protect me. You've done a good job.
What's it trying to protect you from?
It's trying to protect me from, I guess, losing money or wasting my time on something that doesn't pan out, or it's not what I thought it might have been, you
Oh
know,
my
or
gosh, what a smart brain of yours. Yes. And actually, Nancy, your brain's trying to protect you from being incongruent. It's
yeah,
like, wait a minute. We want to have integrity.
yes.
And so I think that's so cool that your brain's like trying to keep you integral. Okay. And then now what's your pivot statement that's true for you?
Ooh, that's what I'm battling with. Well, I see the vision. I see the opportunity as an entrepreneur, as a business person. I've always been self-employed. So I see the opportunity there. I guess what holds me is I'm not seeing the money. And I
So
have recruited
so
people
what will help you make this decision of whether or not you truly believe it?
to see the money. And actually the people, I guess the people that I've signed up, they don't want to do anything, even though I tell them. They just, you know
Okay.
what I mean?
So,
And so I get discouraged because here I am giving resources, learning, showing up, and nothing's happening.
so you were like me on day one. I had never made any money in Live Good. So we all start at day one where we have never made any money. We've not made any money. And there is something that some people do that says, well, yet, keyword yet, haven't made any money yet because I just started. But if other people are making money here, certainly I can learn how to as well. Now, Nancy, you might.
Actually, wait, sorry to stop you, but
Yep.
what, for me, it's worked backwards. When I heard about Live Good, I signed up 2 people the first day.
Okay.
Then I signed up 2 people the next few days, and I signed up like 8 people in the first 2 or 3 weeks.
Okay.
And then
So,
nothing.
okay. So
Everything went
Nancy,
downhill from there.
okay. Okay. So
What happened to me?
a couple things is you could tell yourself, you know what, in order to make a decision of whether or not I want to stay in this company, I could go and learn from the people that have made the money, how they've done it. That could be something you did. So you could say,
Yes.
you know what, I haven't made a decision yet. I'm going to go research. Okay, how did they do it? And can I do that as well? The other thing you could say is, I certainly haven't talked to enough humans to determine whether or not this works or not. Another thing you could say is, I don't need thousands of humans. I need 3 humans. 3 humans make you a 6-figure earner in network marketing. Does everyone know that? 3 humans. But you've got to go through about 100 to find your 3 humans. Okay. Now, so that's what your pivot statement can be. Any of those above, Nancy. Okay.
Okay. So when you say 3 humans, does that include those specific 3 humans, even though you have 8 already, but those 8 are not producing anything? So you keep looking for those key 3 humans. Is that how it works?
Yep. You're looking for 3 Dr. Aarons. You're looking for 3
Okay.
James. You're looking for 3 leaders. That, you know what I mean? That's what I mean by that.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Okay. What else do I want to say? All right. That's how we're going to deal with our mindset. I've got one other thing I want to share with you, and then we'll open up for questions. Okay. So one of the things I said on our Friday call a couple weeks ago was we need a lobotomy here in Live Good. And I meant we need to unlearn, take away everything we've learned about network marketing, because that just doesn't really apply in this company. Things are much different here on many, many, many levels. But I want you to explore the concept of simplicity. And what I know about us humans is us humans love to make things complicated. And for some reason, we resist things being easy, simple, fun, flow. Like, it might seem weird that we would resist that. But if you think about it, we're all very, very, very good at surviving and mustering up how to get through challenges and failing and struggle. And we're not super, super skilled, most of us, at ease. Okay, so I want to share with you the law of the slight edge and how it applies to Live Good, because I think this will really tactically, strategically, it can change your entire business. Okay. So the law of the slight edge is very, very simple. I'm going to share it with you, and then we're going to talk about what it means in Live Good. So this is also really a mindset that I want you to adopt, the mindset of the slight edge. And the slight edge is this, the law of the slight edge. The simple things that lead to success are all easy to do, but they're also just as easy not to do. It's easy to save a few bucks a day and easy not to. It's easy to do 15 minutes of exercise a day. It's easy to do or not. Fundamentally, we all pretty much take the same actions every day. We eat, sleep, think, feel, talk, listen. We have relationships and friendships. We have 24 hours a day. Everything you need to do to transform your life could be easy to do. And of course, it's just as easy not to. But that simple, seemingly insignificant error in judgment, compounded over time, will ruin your chances for success. You can count on it. That's the choice you face every day, every hour. A simple, positive action repeated over time. A simple error in judgment repeated every time. So easy to do, so easy not to do. What is the one easy thing that we do to build this business? Who knows the answer? What is the one thing that we do to build Live Good? It's easy to do and it's easy not to do. Yep, share a tour. Yep, okay. I need you to trust me when I tell you. The only thing I've been doing is sharing the 5-minute tour. There's no snazzy scripts. I simply ask people, have you heard of Live Good? And then I share the tour. And I have 1,600 people on the team because I've shared it with that enough people that who then have duplicated. Okay. It's just numbers. And even though I care about people and I care that people have success, I do not care whether someone says yes or no to me when I share the tour. I'm not attached to the outcome. And when you get there, I want you to message me on Facebook Messenger and say, I have become unattached to the outcome, because then, my friends, that's when it gets giggly good. That's when this business becomes so fun, because you are not attached to the outcome, but you have to do the easy behaviors to work your way there. And doing the easy behaviors will change your mindset about that. Here's what I want you to know. It's not the case that we're going to change the way you think so that you can go and do all those things. You're going to do the thing and it's going to change the way you think. You're going to behave your way into different thinking instead of trying to think your way into different behaving. I'm going to say it again. You need to think your way into you need to behave your way into different thinking instead of trying to think your way into different behaving. You have to, as Nike would say, just do it And I promise you, on the other side of the action, your thinking will shift. If I could bottle it up and give it to you, I would. Oh, that's what I'm doing right now. You have to believe that this is true. This doesn't come from a couch or a chair of, well, I'll believe that when I see it. No, you're going to do the thing. People are going to say yes to you when you go through enough numbers of humans. And then you're going to say, Dr. Erin, you're right. This is so fun. People aren't numbers, but business is. People aren't numbers. Darla, if I met Darla, I wouldn't see her as a number on her forehead of like, she will be my 102nd recruit. But she is a human that I need to share this with. I need to share this with a certain amount of number of humans to find the humans that are looking for me. I'm just looking for humans that are looking for me. I'm just looking for humans that are looking for me. When you understand that that's all you're doing here, the mind trickery, the attachment, the failure, rejection, it dissolves. But that's the only way it's going to dissolve. If you would have dissolved it by just trying to decide that it's not going to be a problem, you would have by now. You would have, right? If you're like, I believe. If that worked that way, when I wanted to be a professional speaker, before I had done it, I couldn't have just been like, okay, I am a great speaker. I am a great speaker. No, I had to hire a coach. I had to practice my speech. Then I had to go give a speech and learn that no one, booed me off stage, that I was actually fine. I lived through it. I had to behave my way into different thinking. Okay. So mindset is so important, but there are things that you cannot think your way into. It's fascinating. So if the law of the slight edge, it's easy to send a 5-minute tour. It's easy not to send a 5-minute tour. That's the problem. It's so easy to not do. And it's easy to do. Easy meaning not complicated. I know you can get in your own way and make it hard. I know that. I know, because you're humans. I've been there too. But it's a simple task, right? Simple to do, simple not to do. Oh, good, James. It fits with your tracking tool. Good. Okay. So I hope that today has helped you with a strategy where your brain can be your best business partner. It can be a great ally of yours. You can have a friendly relationship with it. And you can go and co-create something that you truly desire. I would love to hear questions you have, or ahas, or a takeaway, or because of this today, I'm going to go do this, Dr. Erin. I would love to hear from you, and we would all love to hear from each other and learn from each other as well.
So you may need to raise your hand so Dr. Erin can actually invite you to unmute. That way you can ask your questions live. Everybody's welcome and encouraged to raise your hand, and Dr. Erin will unmute you. And one of the things that I just want to point out, gosh, I mean, wow, ladies and gentlemen, this is exactly what I was talking about when I shared that we are going to start helping you build that $1 million mindset, because there truly is, just this connection between what you can believe and conceive, you can achieve. And by following this 4-step process that Dr. Erin has shared with us tonight, man, you just you just cannot lose. And I'm going to once everybody has a chance to ask their questions and answer questions, I'm going to share one more time a couple of things with you on the free leads and some steps. Everybody who's come tonight, one way or another, you will receive some free leads, but I want to encourage you to take some of the steps we've been talking about, which will increase the number of free leads that you'll get. So we have any hands up
Thanks,
yet?
James.
Dr.
Yeah.
Erin?
Yep. Nancy, go ahead.
Awesome.
What do you do when you have gone through your contact list, the people that you know, all of the people that you know? What do you do to get new lists? Like, where do you go without sounding spammy or, going into the groups and saying, hey, and try to introduce it? Because I get a lot of people spamming me and I know they're trying to push crypto or whatever. And I don't even give them a second look. What do you do so that you keep being authentic and genuinely,
Sure.
get a lead?
Great question. Great question. So a couple things. Without being rude, Nancy, I do not believe you have shared Live Good with every human that you know. I just don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I know none of us have. And that there are lots of other people in the world all around you in your city. This is true for all of us. We're like, I've talked to everyone. No, none of us have talked to everyone. It's just not true, like, at all. Okay.
So how do you go about it?
So the second thing is, generally speaking, compliment someone. So a genuine compliment. And then I literally ask, hey, have you heard of Live Good? That's it. You're simply looking for people who are open. You're not looking for people. I don't need to know about your dog and your friends and how long you've lived somewhere and blah, blah. No, actually, I think that's spammy. That all of a sudden you realize, oh, Dr. Erin wasn't trying to get to know me. She just wanted to get to her pitch. Nope. I think that is actually spammy. So you find a way to connect and compliment someone. You know what? You just gave me the greatest service, waitress. I'm always looking for people like that to join my organization. Are you open to looking at how you can earn money? Like, compliment and then invite. Compliment, invite. Thank you, Nancy.
Thank you,
Hey,
Dr.
and I'd
Erin.
like to add to Dr. Erin's, just to support what she's sharing with you. Nancy, were you able to attend training session number 2? Have you seen that one yet?
Yes. I got to
Okay.
watch it again because
So-
I only saw part of it.
Okay, so in training session number 2, we talk about exactly what Dr. Erin is saying here, which is start out with a compliment. And we even have a list of different types of ways to compliment people. And I promise you, Dr. Erin and I did not talk about this in advance, where it's just like great minds meld, even at great distances. So it's one of the reasons why I keep telling you, ladies and gentlemen, you have to get the book, Mind Your Own Business. We'll talk more about that at the end, but it's just amazing how successful people do think a lot in the same in a lot of different ways. But module number 2, and we even included some scripts on exactly a list of different ideas and ways that you can compliment people and engage. And you can use those in person and on Facebook and other social media, which we demonstrated in that training. So watch that again. If you didn't get the scripts, send me a text. The number's in that training, and we'll get the scripts to you as well. So
Awesome.
I'm so excited.
Thank
I'm
you.
so excited. Our thoughts are so aligned.
Thank you, Nancy. I'm
Thank
going to
you
go to
so much,
thank
guys.
you, James. Thank you, James. I'm going to go to Scott Ford, and then I'm going to answer Lisa's in the chat. So Scott, I have to ask him to unmute.
Give him a minute. He's working on it.
Okay.
There, you're good.
Hi, Dr. Erin.
Hi. Hey, Scott.
Hi, I just want to say tonight's training has been extraordinarily powerful. How do we continue to connect with you?
Oh, thank you. Facebook, I'm Dr. Erin Oksol. Instagram, Dr. Erin Oksol. DrErinOksol.com. YouTube. Thank you.
That's my question. I just.
Scott, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Welcome. I'm so glad. Okay, Lisa, how do you approach people without feeling uncomfortable? Okay, Lisa, I come in love. You're going to do it while feeling uncomfortable. Nope, you're going to do it with the uncomfortable feeling. You're just going to do it. You're just going to do it. You're going to say, you're going to feel like you're cold marketing and you're just going to do it because you actually might be cold marketing.
So if they don't respond to you, do you just let that go then? I mean, like you just simply ask, have you heard of Live Good? That's all you do. I mean, it just sounds too simple. You know what I mean?
I know it does.
I mean, I'm
know.
trying to wrap my head around it.
I know. That's why I'm saying we need a lobotomy. You literally need to do it. Compliment and say, I gotta know, like, and be cool. Don't be #weird. Like, I'm like, hi, Lisa. Oh my gosh. I can't believe you have a doodle. I have a doodle too. My doodle is crazy. Does your doodle eat socks? My doodle loves socks. Lisa, we're friends here, and I've been just sharing this with all my friends on Facebook. Have you heard of Live Good? Like, find something. Just be a human that's having a conversation. But have you heard of Live Good? So I compliment, maybe connect about something, right?
All right. So you need to
Wait,
like a lot of the
maybe
people.
say-
I mean, like you, I have 1,000 followers, right? But I don't know all of them.
Okay, so this is what I say, Lisa. Hey, I'm reaching out to all of my friends because friends don't keep these great things secrets. And I'm wondering, have you heard of Live Good?
Okay.
Friends don't let friends pay retail. Have you heard of Live Good? Something like that, maybe? So
Okay.
it's almost like you find the reason and then you say, have you heard of Live Good? Have you heard of Live Good? If it's cold
Okay.
marketing. Yeah. And we just have to be comfortable being uncomfortable cold marketing until we're not, because it's cold marketing.
Right.
It's just, we have to do cold marketing. So
Okay. Sounds
at
good.
times, yeah. Or,
Thank you.
hey, we're in the same group. That's how I know you on Facebook. Hey, I am sharing this with all my friends. Friends don't let friends pay retail. Have you heard of Live Good? I hope you have a great day. Talk to you soon. Okay, bye. Practice that over and over. Practice that in the shower. Practice that wherever, and it becomes what you do. And you just literally go through the numbers, and you start to have fun because you're going. You know you're doing Live Good, and then you know you just feel good because you're doing it.
Okay. So let me ask you this, because you're with your phone. Are you texting them? Like you're
yeah.
gonna direct message them, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
do you do it verbally? Would it be more personable to do it verbally or texting?
Every time I do it verbally, I never text.
Awesome.
Yes. Belief has a sound, my friends. Belief has a sound.
Okay.
And
I like that.
you can't hear my conversational tone and all that in a text.
And I think it would be less spammy because they can hear the sincerity.
It's more
Yeah.
personal. Yes.
Oh, I like that. Thank you.
Oh, good.
Great tip.
Yes. Thank you. Yeah. So you're like, oh my gosh, we're in the same group. And don't you love her last training on blah, blah, blah? That was incredible. Hey, I'm reaching out to everyone in this group because I'm so excited. Have you heard of Live Good?
Excellent.
Yay. Thank you, Lisa. Shelly, do we have time for Shelly? I gotta unmute Shelly.
We have all the time that you have, Dr. Erin.
Oh gosh, don't tell me that. Shelly, are you
Hi.
there?
Yes, I'm here. Hi.
Shelly, hi.
Hi. I am so sorry. I came super late to this training and was curious how I could get access to these to the first two trainings. I didn't even know that they had happened.
Oh, easy peasy. James will show you. James will show you.
Okay, but that
Yeah,
was my question.
we'll provide the phone number you can text, and we'll send you the links to the pre-recorded or the past recordings, and also to this one as well once we get it posted.
Okay, so it'll come to my email that's associated with my Live Good account.
Well, just send me a text. You'll get a text number. Send me a text with your email address, and I will I'll email you those links and also the free leads for participants tonight.
Okay, where will I find that text?
At the end of the training, I'll post that up on the screen.
Oh,
for you.
gotcha. Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
I think we're good, James. You know, if we people are asking about follow-up, and so I'm sure you're probably going to do a training on that in the future, because follow-up's a whole nother, you know, part of the marketing funnel. Once you do say, have you heard of Live Good? So
Absolutely. And by the way, all the messages that everybody is putting into the message box, I review those the day after training to see if we missed any questions, and we'll be sure and get back with you to make sure that that all the questions are answered. And that's one of the ways that helps us tailor our next training class, because I can train you on a lot of things to do with building your business, but the most important things are the things that you voice that you're challenged, you're having some challenges with as well. So is that pretty much all the questions for now, Dr. Erin?
yes, thank you, James.
Okay, well, hang on a minute. I'm going to try to reclaim host so I can put a PowerPoint slide up here. Hopefully it'll keep recording during that process. All right, let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. All right, if you can actually see my screen, go ahead and drop me a 2 in the message box so I know that you can see my screen. We're going to talk just a little bit about how to receive the free leads for participating tonight. Let me pull my chat up here. Okay, so I'm getting a 2, looks like, from a lot of people, so it looks like everybody can see it. That's awesome. All right, so here's the deal, everyone. Again, I'm so very proud of you for taking time out of your personal time, even with your family, because this can make a tremendous difference in your personal life and for your family as well. And so just as kind of a neat little reward for all of you, because I've been in franchising for so long, I do receive leads that are related to people looking for franchises, as we talked about. And these are people who thought that they were going to have to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars or, even more to be part, to be able to start their own business. So as part of tonight, anybody who has participated, as you see here in this top line, if you will request a copy of the scripts related to how to respond to people who are looking to buy a franchise, I will send you 25 free leads. Now, I do not sell leads. I do not have a resource to provide you ongoing leads. So I'm not asking you to subscribe for anything or buy leads for me in the future. Normally, I use all of these for myself and my team, but I'm going to provide them to you because, well, I'm just impressed that you're investing your time into your business. And so as a thank you, you'll get 25 free leads and the scripts just by requesting them. You can request them by texting this 469-247-9744. I will also send you the past links for the past training sessions and for this training session once we get it posted. The next thing is, for those of you, some of you have already sent me a copy of your vision board. Thank you very much. I love seeing those. It shows another level of commitment in your business, and it just inspires me to do even more. For those of you who have not sent me a photo of your completed vision board, send that to me. That will qualify you to receive 25 additional leads, free leads out of my franchise prospect database. And then the last bullet here is to receive a copy of, to receive 25 more leads. I keep telling you, ladies and gentlemen, I do not make one penny on promoting books, just like the book Dr. Erin mentioned tonight. you know, people don't pay us to promote their books. The only reason I'm promoting this book, and I think you'll agree with me after tonight and listening to Dr. Erin, is there is so much value to building the $1 million mindset and really creating the right relationship with your mind to get to that next level, which may be up or it may be in. However, if you purchase one of Dr. Erin's books, the Mind Your Own Business book, send me your receipt that you'll get from Amazon or wherever you buy it. You may be able to get it at drerinoksol.com. I don't know, but I do know they're on they're on Amazon because I ordered one for my daughter, and I'm actually going to put my daughter in Dr. Erin's coaching program. My 13-year-old daughter, I'm going to put her in that because I've invested a lot of time, energy, and money in helping my daughter understand there is no glass ceiling, that anything a guy can do, a gal can do better, and she believes it. But I think if she gets to go through Dr. Erin's coaching program, she's going to believe that even more. And my daughter's getting ready to go to France here in 2 years for a year as an exchange student. So I just want to empower her as much as possible. So I strongly encourage you to go ahead and get this book. And if you'll text me a copy of your receipt, that'll give you another 25 leads at no charge to follow up on franchise prospect leads and the scripts to go with that. And now what I'm going to do that is not on this screen is if you're in attendance tonight, then you'll actually get 50 additional free leads to follow up on along with the scripts by ordering Dr. Erin's book, and just text me your receipt to show me that you ordered it. And so that's the free gift for tonight. With that, if there's no other questions, we're going to go ahead and close it out. And again, I appreciate you all for investing, so much time in yourselves, in your business, and for your families. It inspires me. I know it inspires Dr. Erin. Thank you all for being here tonight. I'm just going to check the chat real quick to see if anybody has any quick questions. And other than a lot of great kudos for Dr. Erin and her mindset training, that's mostly what I'm seeing. So we're going to go ahead and close it out tonight. Thank you all. We'll be seeing you next week at 7 p.m. Central. We'll send an announcement out to let you know. Thank you so much. Y'all have a great night.
Thank you, James. You're amazing. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Erin. You
Thank
are
you.
amazing too.
Thank you.
Good night.
You're welcome.
Awesome, Dr.